Yeah, this person that's coming through for you is really has a lot of love, okay? They're hanging on. They've been through a journey, okay? This person is going through some sort of awakening or dark night of the soul. They're in an unhappy situation. They're having sleepless nights, and they are desperately trying to manifest some sort of communication. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands on top of the Nine of Swords. Now the strength, they're battling some sort of inner demons, and they're hanging on to hope, very determined to move past some codependency, some addictions, some illusions, the fears in their mind that they have come too far to make something right. They may be attached to some sort of to a Capricorn. Okay, we have the Devil in reverse, and so yeah, that could be some sort of attachment that they're walking away from, and they are definitely doing some sort of stalking, unable to communicate at this time. And again, we have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there is someone looking heavily into you. This person is definitely online, maybe trolling, maybe looking into you through different accounts, maybe even communicating with you through one of your social media outlets or in person. So be careful. But there is definitely some stalking and some spying going on here. But that is who's coming through for you, Scorpio. Yeah, this person is definitely wanting to come out of this mental prison. They're wanting to move past this depression, okay? Thinking heavily on a Sagittarius or communicating. Like I said, you could have Sagittarius in your chart. You could be a cusper, but this person could be a Sagittarius, but I'm picking up heavily on air energy, Gemini energy, but there is going to be some sort of communication coming forward. This person may have been in their mind about communication for the past 9 weeks, but I do feel like there's going to be some sort of forward movement in terms of communication or travel in the next 8 days to 2 weeks. Moving away from some sort of toxic situation, possibly with a Capricorn, or just detaching from addictions and toxic situations or behaviors. But I do feel as though there's going to be a lot of looking into you. This person knows that there's been a lot of deceit and betrayal, but someone wants some sort of forgiveness. Wow. Okay, so let's get a potential outcome and advice from the divine. Can we get a potential outcome or any advice from the divine for my Scorpios, please? Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio. Advice, potential outcome. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Advice, potential outcome. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio. Advice, potential outcome. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio. Advice, potential outcome for Scorpio, please. Advice, potential outcome for my Scorpios. Any more advice or potential outcome for my Scorpios from the divine? Okay. They just have a lot to tell you. They wanted me to keep going. Okay. The divine knows that you've been through quite a bit. Okay. So this is a potential outcome and advice all in one. So the divine is letting you know that you have been through a lot. It's the end of a cycle. You moved away from a specific situation and there was justice, okay? You went within, you shone the light on your situation. Within yourself, you found the answers, and through the divine, you were able to pull yourself out of an entrapping situation toward healing. Now, someone who's coming through for you is surrounded by some low vibrational energies, although they are trying to detach. And this person seems to have quite a bit of love for you. They're still trying to fight their inner battles and demons. And there is work that needs to be done. So there is going to be some sort of forward movement or communication coming your way. But the divine is telling you that there is energy around this energy, okay? Possibly a third party or someone that they are leaving. Possibly a Capricorn, possibly a air sign. But the energy that's coming forward toward you is still surrounded by some deception or something that's not being said, something that's not being spoken about, okay? An energy of deception is still prevalent. It has something to do with a Aquarius or Taurian. Someone is dealing with a situation where they are experiencing some lack or experiencing some poverty. And that doesn't necessarily mean materially. It could be in the mind, okay? Lack of morality, lack of spirituality. Someone feels left out in the cold, and someone may be coming forward, okay, due to lack, to gain something, okay, with not the best intentions. You are to use your discernment, is what the divine is saying, because there is an energy of trickery. We have the snakes here and the Five of Swords, and that speaks of selfishness, okay? Tension, betrayal. Someone feels entitled, and someone may be up to no good. Trickery, thievery, because someone is experiencing some sort of lack. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Could be an earth sign, okay? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Someone young, could be a child, okay, that's coming forward. If you're an adult, a young child, or a youthful young adult child, or just someone who's immature, or someone that you're dealing with, okay, that's a younger person. This person that's coming forward, okay, possibly for reconciliation or trying to move away from some addictions, could be experiencing homelessness or lack, and maybe preying on you without the best of intentions, okay? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Someone who's very immature or frustrated, someone who's holding resentment, okay? This person definitely could be an earth sign or an air sign, okay? We have the Five of Pentacles, could be a Taurian, could be an earth sign, Capricorn or Virgo. Definitely could be an Aquarian. But this energy with the King of Pentacles in reverse is very abusive, very controlling. This person is coming forward not to really communicate. Very repressive, suppressive energy, very unstable, very unstable. This person is what the divine is telling me could be coming to create instability within your life and drain your energy as well as your finances, okay? Be mindful. Keep a watchful eye out, or someone is definitely looking into you, and this forward movement that's coming may be planned because someone is definitely highly curious about your new beginning. Page of Swords is looking directly at the Page of Wands, okay? The Page of Wands has got a spark of inspiration. The Page of Wands has an enthusiasm for something new, is ready to travel, is ready to be creative, exploring new ideas in business and spirituality. It's a spark that someone is intently focused on investigating. I don't feel good intentions here, and the divine is telling you to use your discernment, okay? If you've done the work, you will have the intuition to know what to do, but this energy looks very deceptive. I mean, we have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, we have Aquarian, we have air, earth, possibly a young fire sign, but I'm getting that someone is looking heavily into your new beginning or your new venture in business or travel, and someone is coming forward with possibly not so good intentions. What the divine is telling you is that you need to remember, like in the beginning of your reading, it's why something had to be annihilated. It wasn't working. A commitment. There was corrupt activity, hypocrisy, lack of passion, entrapment, injustice. And the divine is telling you to remember that pain and let it fuel you, that grief, and that this could have something to do with someone still being attached to a third-party situation, okay? Possibly with a air sign or a Taurian, and that there is some sort of misuse of spirituality in terms of someone looking into you in your life or your business or your new beginning. And Eight of Swords, this could be an attempt to keep somebody mentally trapped or stuck. The divine is saying that you don't need that burden. It's the end of a cycle. 10 of Wands. And right over the 3 of Swords, we have the King of Swords. The divine is urging you to either, one, move past Queen, step into the King of Swords energy, and cut this out. This cycle is closed. It's annihilated. It's annihilated. That cycle is over. Use your intellect and your authority and your strength and cut this deceit, deception out. The burden is over. Or they're saying that there is a King of Swords, someone who's very biting, cutting, full of deceit that's coming forward that you need to be aware of. But I see this as taking on your masculine energy and cutting out all this deceit. Period. No more. This burden is at the end, okay? And there's nothing to be indecisive about here. There's been a lot of manipulation and abuse, and it's time to cut through it. No more mental entrapment, no more overthinking. Dead it. It's time to dead it completely. And that is your potential outcome and advice from the divine, okay? Scorpio. Wow. After you cut it out, you're going to step into the King of Pentacles energy, which is a strong protector of your manifestation, solid, profitable ideas in business, stability, influence, a leader, power, and abundance will be yours because you've earned it. Let's get some positive affirmations for Scorpio. Positive affirmations for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Positive affirmations for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Face your adversities. Accept what is dying. End of a cycle. Imagine solutions. New beginnings. Begin to explore. Get out into the community. Build. Create. Embrace your power. Embrace your power. Do what you love. Do what you love. It's going to lead you to success. Bust out of your cocoon. Bust out of your cocoon. You've done the work. You've been in hermit mood. It's time to bust out of your cocoon. You're protected. And look forward. That is so beautiful. I love it when everything aligns the way it should. Let's get an earth magic. Magic Oracle for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Earth Magic Oracle for Volcano. There's someone who's not going to be happy about you. Standing in your power. And your masculine energy and cutting through, using your intellect, not your emotions, and cutting through the betrayal and the grief. Okay? And the divine is letting you know that there is some volatile energies connected to the energy that's coming through for you. And to be mindful of backlash. You are protected, but there are some energies that are desperate and rageful, resentful, and envious, okay? Earth Magic Oracle for Scorpio, please. Earth Magic Oracle for Scorpio. Earth Magic Oracle for Scorpio. Okay. Solitude and reflection. It's been a long cycle, a long 7 years, a long process, a long journey, a struggle. But you were able to recognize the need to go within, the need to do the work, the need to balance, and the need to remove yourself from a situation that no longer served you. Okay, so you've done the work, Hermit here. And you are healing and you are moving forward and you're turning your pain into power and you've had the time To be in solitude. Isolation is different than solitude. Isolation is where you go when you're in fear. Solitude is where you go to gain knowledge, okay? And you have reflected on your triggers, on your actions, and how what your choices have been and how they brought you to this very place, this very moment in time. This winter solstice, which was the 21st of December, may have brought you some sort of revelation, and it's going to catapult you toward your new beginning. The divine is telling you to breathe. Open your heart. Breathing, opening your heart chakra, opens your mind, okay? To revelations, to truth. Get out in nature. Work on your heart chakra, balancing it. Breathe in the aroma of rose essential oil. That's great for opening your heart chakra, but definitely breathe. Take a moment. You don't have to rush any decisions, any choices. Take care of you first and breathe. And lastly, we have ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. You're a water sign, my beautiful Scorpios. It's all about the current, going with the flow. The wheel turns in accordance, okay? There's a divine plan, and you're part of that plan. And this is the end of a cycle, and you will see the fruits of your labor on the other side of recognizing what has to end. Okay, we're going to read from the guide on this ebb and flow as we close out your reading. Ocean. Okay, ebb and flow. The ebb and flow of life is never more clearly represented than in the ocean's movements. The tides of these great bodies of water rise and fall in regular rhythms, and the waves continue to roll to the shores in endless and varied patterns. Just as they have been doing for millions of years and will continue to do so for millions more. These tides and waves maintain a relatively predictability unless other unforeseeable forces of nature intervene, which have been known to happen. Hurricanes and earthquakes, for instance, can have a dramatic effect on the characteristics of both the tides and the waves. The oceans cover 70% of the earth, and the human body averages a composition of 70% water. The dynamics, gravitational interactions of the sun and moon that move these massive bodies of water and creates the shining tides also affect our human bodies in ways that we respond to instinctually, often having a great deal more influence over our moods and emotional states than we are aware of. An important aspect of the art of living is to move with the ebb and flow of your emotions, joining their fluidity, but not being captured by it. It is also not necessary to become obsessed with any particular fluctuation in mood or feeling. They are simply emotions, often activated in ways that are completely beyond your understanding. When you neither minimize nor exaggerate the intensity and importance of your emotions, you have a greater sense of when and how to express them. You have been fighting the ebb and flow of your own feelings, denying your hurt, anger, or sorrow by either attaching yourself to one or the other and nurturing it as if it were a nursing child, or else soothing over your feelings with more practice responses that deny and hide what is going on beneath the surface of your expression. When you attempt to constrict yourself from experiencing your emotions, it is much like trying to stem the tides that grow even more forceful with every attempt humans make to control them. Allow yourself to swim with these variations rather than resisting them. So Scorpio, you're being urged to allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to experience your emotions at their natural state. There's no right or wrong. Denying your hurt and anger or sorrow. Without going beneath the surface. It constricts you from experiencing your emotions. And therefore will create inconsistent and not the most truthful reactions. You have to go with the ebb and flow and allow yourself to swim with your emotions rather than resisting them. This is going to allow you to truly experience them, address them, face them, and heal from them, and in turn create space for all of the abundance power strength that you have within to accomplish all that it is that you desire and be successful in it. Justice is here. Divine timing is here. The scales are balancing. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to love. Allow yourself to hurt. And allow yourself to grow and strengthen in your power, and all will be well. That is all I have for you, Scorpio. I hope this reading was able to help you in some way. And I have complete faith that you will move into this new cycle with confidence, with balance, and with love. Even in the twilight of the darkest and coldest night of December, please remember, you will be fine. Nothing can stop what's truly divine.